Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Jamie B. I read a ton of books, and this is the beginning of a new era in Jamie B books. I've been playing around with basic software. So, bells and whistles time. At least very basic bells and whistles. We're talking about a couple books today that all sit around the same theme. Haunted houses, um, creepy vibes, but like horror light creepy vibes. Uh, Somewhat dipping a toe into full on horror, but not like constant gore kind of horror. It's not slasher. Um, I'm not really a horror reader per se, but this is the end of horror that I get into. So I started out this video thinking about a particular book that I'm currently reading. Um, Woodworm by Layla Martinez. Um, One of my siblings um, passed this book on for me to read and highly recommended it. So I know she does not read grotesque horror. So that's already a good sign on this one. Um, but it is still a haunted house vibe. So I'll read you the back of the book on this one. Um, the house breathes, the house holds bodies and secrets. The house is visited by ghosts, by angels that line the roof like insects, and by saints that burn the bed sheets with their halos. Built long ago by a small-time hustler to control his wife, the house won't let their daughter and their granddaughter leave. When the mysterious disappearance of a boy draws unwanted attention, these two shut-ins, are they witches or are they simply enraged, combine forces with the spirits that haunt them in pursuit of something that resembles justice. So this book originally came out in 2021 in Spanish and was translated in 2024 into English. So it's a work in translation. It has been nominated for, and I think has won at least one award for translated literature. So kind of cool. Definitely creepy house vibes. It reminds me of Starling House, which is not one that has the same sort of aesthetic on the cover, but it would definitely be kind of similar creepy vibes anyway. That one's not so much like the house that they're living in is creepy, but still, if you want similar vibes, Starling House is kind of tangentially in this set of books. So we have Woodworm. All right, so Woodworm is our starting point here. And the book that it reminded me of that was more creepy and a little bit more scary um, is A House with Good Bones by Kingfisher. This one also has a creepy house and like haunted house vibes. Um, if you want something more horror, where by halfway through it's actually creepy gross, and like actually scary, A House with Good Bones could maybe do it for you. Um, this one I made the mistake of reading when I was supposed to be asleep. So timing had something to do with how scary this book was for me. It was 3 o'clock in the morning when I finished it. And I had to read something else before I could go to sleep. It was that kind of creepy. So from Goodreads, we have A haunting Southern Gothic from an award-winning master of suspense explores the dark twisting roots lurking just beneath the veneer of a perfect home and family. This one, it's more like the location is a bad idea. And there are reasons. And kind of witchy vibes. There's some witchy elements to it. Um in kind of earthy magic. And if you've grown up on things like Amityville, you can see the influence from books like that. Um, very similar. And House with Good Bones reminded me a bit of Horror Store, the horror novel that's like IKEA gone wrong, basically. So there's all sorts of jokes and things about what if the arrows that direct you through IKEA are an endless loop and you can never leave. Horror Store is that book. Um, but it has a similar underlying kind of haunted space vibe to A House with Good Bones. So that's another one that's tangentially involved in this list. And then the third book that I was also reminded of, and notice they're all green, is Model Home by Rivers Solomon. This one, also green, is also by an LGBTQIA plus author. So if you are looking for a book for a reading challenge or a readathon that is in that category, Rivers Solomon is a great one. They write some really good stuff in quite a range of topics. They're still in kind of the speculative fiction range for everything I've read. But sci-fi, horror, fantasy, kind of that range. Magical realism, yeah, you get the vibe. It's speculative fiction in all its flavors. And there's frequently been LGBTQIA plus elements in their books, but it's not like you can expect to have those characters in every book they write. Sometimes the point is not the characters, sometimes it's the situation. So I like that. Sarah Waters is one that her reputation was built around writing lesbian characters. And she wrote a lot of books that are not necessarily about lesbian characters and lesbianism. But she got pigeonholed by a lot of people as just writing lesbian stories. So I like seeing authors like this that, yeah, they do write the representational characters for their part of the LGBTQIA plus spectrum, but they write a lot more than that. So if you like that kind of author that definitely does the representation but branches out, Rivers Solomon's definitely one to check out. And I believe T. Kingfisher might be in that category as well, but I know less about T. Kingfisher. My sister, the one that put me onto this book, also gushed about Rivers Solomon for a while, so I heard more. But all of these are authors that I will be watching for more, and definitely will be showcasing more of their books. I have one more Rivers Solomon book, I think, in my stacks. So this year I will be reading at least one more. And I've read one already that was sci-fi, and was really good. So what else do you know in this category? What books have you read that have a creepy house and kind of a cozy horror vibe where it takes a while to get to where it's scary and then maybe you can't sleep? Inquiring minds want to know. throw your suggestions in the comments for other videos that me and my little furry helpers can consider for this soon-to-be series of book spotlights, where we zero in on specific themes, specific topics, and just look at a couple books that maybe give you something that you want to read. My little furry helpers are just waiting to dive in to more videos like this. Yes. Oh, he's such a good boy.